Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. I want to speak under the topic that speaks about breaking limitations for your life. Breaking limitations for your life as a young man. And I want to speak a little bit about limitations today. And as we continue with this type of a topic going through this week, I want to explain that limitations are those things that are causing you not to progress. Those things that are pulling you back when you're supposed to go forward. Those things or incidents or happenings in your life that are actually putting brakes to your success. And this is what we're speaking about right now. And I want you as a young man to be aware of limitations in life, because limitations are real and they are there generally. Either what we call internal limitations, and sometimes it's what we call external limitations. They are actually environmental. Sometimes they are actually related to the situations where you are. They're situational. So I want to speak a little bit about specific limitations that I would love you to look at, to break right now for your life to be successful as a young man. Now, this is very important, and today I want to deal with one limitation that is very, very often a problem in our lives. And as young men, we actually deal with this at all times. A limitation called toxic friendships and relationships. Toxic friendships and relationships. I want to speak about that just for a moment and for a few minutes, and I hope that will help you as a young man. Most of our lives are actually in doldrums right now, or they are in a mess right now as young men, purely because of the toxic relationships that we have, toxic friends that we hang around with. And sometimes we really just continue with them as if it's a norm, and we don't deal with that at all at any given time. But we want to emphasize that relationships are determining the type of a future that you have as a young man. Relationship will determine the type of life that you lead, whether you become successful or not. And I must emphasize that our character, our behavior, and our personalities are actually created basically based on the type of people that we hang around with. So your relationships, therefore, cannot be ignored if you were to become a better person actually right now. As a young man, I want to emphasize that you need to take cognizance of the fact that wrong relationships are going to make you wrong. You may think right in your life. You may think that you want to become a better person. You may have greater dreams as a young man, but if you're having wrong, toxic relationships and friendships, they are going to drive you into a dungeon. I must emphasize that in the days that we're living in, we're having young men that have been dragged into alcohol. They've been dragged into drug addictions as well. We're having young men that have been dragged today into gangsterism, and particularly because of friendships. So if you were alone by your own, you are a good person. If you, as a person, as a young man, you are actually a very jolly young man who would be successful actually from the start. But the type of relationships, they are going to dictate on who you become and how successful you become in life. Failures of our lives are driven particularly by the type of relationships that we have. And I want to urge you as a young man, how do you then identify wrong relationships? Wrong relationships are those that have got no interest at heart of your success. Those that will discourage you, one, of when you're successful. And each time you have actually achieved the milestones, they can hardly congratulate you for. Now, for an example, if you come and tell your friends that you have just passed your learner's license or your driver's license, what is their response? Are they congratulating you? Are they happy with what you're doing? If you are coming to tell your friends that you have just passed the course that you were doing, the degree that you were doing, what is their response? Are they responding in a positive manner? Are they able to congratulate you? If not, then you would know that these are type of people that I cannot hang around with. The people that cannot recognize the successes in your life. people that cannot appreciate your success. And this is very important, that you're going to pick it up and see that this kind of people I cannot associate with. There's also a category of people in life that you're going to identify and see that these are toxic relationships. These are the people that are backbiting, people that speak behind your back. People that when things are happening, they don't tell you straight on the face. And they are going to tell someone else about you who would also tell someone else. And this is what we call backbiting. People that are talking to others about you. And these are type of friends that are toxic as well. These are type of relationships that are toxic as well. If you have this type of relationships, it is very important that you identify that as a young man and terminate these relationships and don't continue with it. These are the type of relationships that you will also find that these particular people, they become parasitic in your life. And they only live actually to suck your blood and actually live out of you. People that when they have money, they cannot share, but they want money from you. People that they cannot share anything of theirs, but they want everything from you. And I'm sure you would know that there are people like that. These are toxic people. And these are kind of friends that you cannot continue associating with if you want to see the light of the day in your life. Very, very important that you identify what we call parasitic people in your life and cut them off and make sure that you don't relate with them at all, because these are the people that are not going to help you at all in the success of your life. Now, as a young man, I want you to also identify there are those people that will only take you to wrong places. People will take you only to places like shebeens and alcohol places. They will take you to gambling. They will take you to places where it is either dangerous for you or it's also going to stall your progress in your life. And these are the type of places that you cannot actually on your own see them as progressive. But your friends will always call you for that. And I'm sure as a young man, you would know some of your friends that will call you to go out with girls, that will call you to go out and rob people, to go out and go and steal somewhere, to go out and go and smoke dacha, to go out there and go and smoke cigarettes. And these are type of behaviors that you would not do normally on your own. And some of you as a young man, you've grown up in families that would actually emphasize right behavior and wrong behavior. And some of you adopted these wrong behaviors along the way purely because of the toxic relationships and friendships that you have, people that you hang around with. Now, there are people that are just not going anywhere. And how do you identify them? These are the people that don't have dreams. These are the people that when you dream, they actually put you off from your dream. They discourage you of your dream, and they will tell you that you're going to fail even before you start. Instead of encouraging you to start and continue, they're discouraging you from starting because they don't want you successful and they don't want you to break through and be successful. Now, these are the type of people that even when you have something that is good for you, something that is progressive in you, they'll make sure that they destroy it. These are the type of friends that you borrow them a car and they will go and mess it up because they don't want to see anything progressive about you. So any property of yours or any resource of yours, they will actually destroy it because they don't want it to be successful. And these are the type of people. And some of you as young men, you might be married, having your own family. Every relationship of a person that will forever drag you away from your family, that cannot be on. Every young man or a friend that will try to drag you away to spend more time away from your family, that cannot be right. And these are the type of people that you'll meet in your life. And some of them will actually tell you bad things about your wife. They'll tell you bad things about your own children so that you must actually separate with them. These are toxic relationships or friendships that you need to be aware of if as a young man you're going to be successful. Very key. These are people that are actually bringing limitation in your life. Now, we're speaking about limitations because we know that limitations are going to be crucial in trying to stop you from succeeding in life. But be a dreamer as a young man. And be a dreamer that will actually break walls in order to become successful. Because success is beckoning for you. But it is up to you how you deal with limitations in your life. And the limitation of toxic relationships and friendships is something that you need to identify that first and be able to deal with that, and thoroughly so that it doesn't disturb you and it doesn't drag you into more deeper problems. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this. And I would love to invite you as we deal with the next limitation. And please join us as we deal with that. But also, before I check out, I want you to be aware that we have got a Facebook page, a Young Men Empowerment Forum. Please click the notification button in there, and also post it under Micornus Phokane on Facebook. So please follow that as well. And don't forget that we have got YouTube channel and Young Men Empowerment Forum, and under Micornus Phokane. So please search there and make sure that you subscribe and be part of these great topics as we deal with. And I want to check out right here now and say, allow me to say cheers for now.